We do have team coverage tonight. We start with WCPO 9 News reporter Courtney Francisco, who is checking in on some of our local representatives who were inside the Capitol when that uprising occurred. Courtney.
Tanya, as I spoke to them and members of their staff, you could hear the exhaustion in their voice. They're thankful to be back in the tri-state, or at least on their way home. The question becomes tonight, should President Donald Trump be removed from office?
Watching the insurrection on video one day later, members of Congress from the tri-state are discussing whether to strip President Donald Trump of his power.
And this is domestic terrorism. It really is.
Cincinnati native and Ohio Representative Brad Wenstrup spoke to me on video chat. The Army veteran says he's always on alert at the Capitol, so when the Trump allies burst through the front doors, he and his staff hid in his office.
The protocol is you remain quiet so people don't even know you're in there. We were able to really see on TV also while we were in the office what was going on as best we could from cameras. And so you had an idea of when it may be getting closer to where you are. And, you know, the staff responded. We were ready for just about anything.
Kentucky Representative Thomas Massie says he prepared to grab his gun.
We ended up barricading in the office. I have a firearm there. So we barricaded the doors.
He spoke to me on the phone as he drove home from Washington.
Even though they cut the video, they didn't immediately cut the audio on the floor of the House. And so I could hear the sergeant at arms telling the congressman to get down and get behind seats.
A sight never before witnessed in American history. President Donald Trump openly encouraged supporters outside the Capitol as Congress counted Electoral College votes to solidify his defeat and Joe Biden's victory. Now representatives debate invoking the 25th Amendment. University of Cincinnati professor Andrew Lewis says Vice President Mike Pence would have to call for it and the president's cabinet would vote.
You might have a president who would disagree in this case. And so then the president could push back. And then you would get a bit and Congress in some sense is supposed to adjudicate or sort of decide whether or not the president is incapable of conducting his duties. And so you might get a sort of congressional battle.
Representatives Wenstrup and Massie say if the president lays low for now, they likely will not call for his removal.
We need to make it clear this is not right.
President Trump put out a statement overnight that says there will be a peaceful transition, even though he does not agree with the results. Reporting live in Mount Adams, Courtney Francisco, WCPO 9 News.